Good morning, everyone. Here is your fun fact of the day. Now let's assume you have a lawn. You either made it from seed, or you've had it for a while, or you've recently acquired it and it's there but it's been neglected. How best to take care of it? Well, the lawn just needs food, water, light, air, right? Yes, to live. But if you want this to actually be a lawn, we have to invest a little bit more effort in it than that. There are activities that will encourage a grass stand, that's just any collection of plants, grass plants growing in a certain way or growing in a desired way, to grow more healthily and more readily for whatever purpose you have in mind for it. Mowing, for instance, can vary the height of the grass plant from 1/10 of an inch out to 4 inches, depending on the type of grass plant that it is, assuming you can tolerate the height you want, and what that grass plant is going to be used for. Things like a golf course green, obviously, have to grow certain kind of grasses to grow that short, which is not to say you can't have them longer. But if you don't want to use your lawn for a golf course green, you don't have to cut it that short, so you won't need a plant that can grow that short, per se. You start to see how this works, how these variables work with each other. Mowing height will affect how dense the grass plants are, thatch development, which is just this layer of dead or semi-dead grass plant parts right above the soil surface, and air movement between the plants, which will also affect disease potential development. The more air movement you have, the better off your plant will be. Other practices to maintaining a healthy turfgrass stand include aerating. Once, maybe twice a year. It's not a very largely used practice. It can be very practical. It's almost certainly practical, but it's not something we have to do every week or every month. You do this once a year, fine. Twice a year if you want to be intense about it. Also, dethatching. That layer of dead or semi-dead grass plants can really start to breed some diseases. So dethatching pulls a lot of that up and gets rid of it. This is done usually as needed. There are also weed treatments, because weeds will grow in competition with your grass plants. So if you want the weeds, they're not really weeds, but if you don't want the weeds, then you want to get rid of them to encourage the grass to grow healthily. This is also usually done as needed. Also, removing unwanted debris as it comes up, like leaves, sticks, large bits of wood, trash, anything like that that's not really a growing part of the lawn or grass stand that you have. Just get rid of it. Sooner is better. Overall, the more practices that you employ personally, and the more often you employ them correctly, the more healthy your grass is likely to be. It's not a guarantee by any stretch. There are still many people who do these practices and ignore many other things, or even just one or two other things that cause a major downfall, and then they get all upset, wondering what they did wrong. Well, it's a very large, broad picture. You have to focus on all the variables at least a little bit. More on that to come in later days. But thank you for joining me for this fun fact of the day. See you again soon.